Hello and welcome everyone to another episode of Cinema Smoketography. I'm your friendly neighborhood hookologist, and joining me today, as always,
Producer man Isaac, what's going on, everybody?
what's going on, guys? We gotta
Hmm.
blink twice about this movie we're talking about. Blink twice. Eh? No?
Nice.
Anyway? Yeah, thanks. Thanks. I've been working on this intro all day. So
Have been.
Isaac and I both decided to rent the movie. Well, you bought it, right?
Yeah, I bought it.
I rented it because it's. I don't know if I'm ever gonna watch it again, but I was super excited to see it. I didn't go see it in theaters, but I saw it. I bought it on Amazon, and let me tell you, what a fucking wild ride! The second I got done with it, I text Isaac, my bro, what the fuck did I just watch?
Yeah, the movie was fucking wild. I'm not gonna lie. I was just
Okay,
like, holy
you know what this
shit.
reminded me of? It reminded me of The Menu. What do you think's crazier, The Menu or this?
Oh, it's so funny that you mentioned that too, because I was actually talking to Brooke about that too, and I was like, this movie is giving me like the menu and what else did I fucking say? Fuck, I can't remember what else I compared it to. Another weird movie too that it was giving me vibes of.
Dude, it immediately gave me The Menu. I'm like, bro, this is
I was also getting like a
crazy.
Get Out feeling too.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Like, Get Out was kind of similar to this.
Mhm. But no,
African
the
American
whole movie.
protagonist, fucking fighting the world.
Yeah, the movie was fucking wild though. Like the whole premise of it all, like it was one of those movies too. It's kind of a breath of fresh air in the sense of like I really had no idea in terms of predictability what the fuck was gonna happen next.
Dude, I thought Sarah was in on it. I'm gonna be honest.
You think so?
I thought she was like when I was watching my bro. This bitch knows something. Like she like keeps staring at him like so much.
So that's the thing that makes it even crazier too, is that this entire time, like after they realized that they literally none of them know each other at all, except for the men, and you're
Yeah,
just
dude.
like,
And it's like we followed the men here out of nowhere. I'm like, oh my god, that's crazy.
yeah, because they were trying to get into fucking Slater King's pants.
Yeah, like dude, what the fuck?
Dude,
And the
it's
craziest
really
thing is
wild.
that Farrah is her name, right?
Yeah, Frida.
Freya was there a year prior, and she didn't remember shit.
Yeah, because she hit her head, and plus she probably still had that perfume shit on her.
Yeah, she did. And then fucking what was it? Like she found the hair in her lip in her lipstick, right? I'm like, bro, I'm like, that's weird. I'm like, there's definitely something up here. And then when I seen that she was there, I'm like, oh fuck. How many times has this happened? Because it's only
It's just so
specified the one
crazy.
time.
Like, yeah, it's just crazy that the fact that this happened once, but the fact that she ended up back there twice
Like that's cool. Yeah,
a
no, like
year
100%.
later
Like,
makes it even crazier. And like in the sense of just like, bro, like clearly, like, because in the beginning of the story, I was kind of like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little creeped out by both Frida and by Slater King in a sense of like, what the fuck is Frida's deal? She's like, I feel like there was some agenda for like her like behavior.
yeah, you know what? It gave off Maxine vibes, which like I deserve this.
Yeah, so then like the fact that like the thing that like I was just like okay, and then obviously Channing Tatum though really killed it in this role. I didn't think he'd be able to pull it off, but honestly, like it's
This is
pretty.
why I wanted to watch this movie because I wanted to see his performance. Because Channing Tatum's an action star and a goofball, right? We know this. So I really like seeing actors who are like that in a serious kind of role. And it just made me like, dude, his range is so fucking phenomenal. I was impressed. I was fairly impressed.
Yeah, so was
I want to
I.
see more stuff like this from him.
Yeah, no, for sure. I totally get what you mean. I was still thinking the same way. I was like, holy shit, this is a good performance by him too. I think everybody brought it. It's interesting to recognize some of the characters that were in this movie. So unorthodox amount of cast in this, like a very weird cast to have in here. You know, you had the guy from Scary Movie in this movie. You had the fucking, the little boy from The Sixth Sense in this movie.
Yeah,
Fucking,
yeah, yeah.
you know.
And then I love Channing Tatum's like line to him, like, what did I do? Nothing. Oh, thank God. No, like you literally did nothing while these girls were being raped. Like you have done nothing ever to help these women at all. And then he's just as complicit.
Yeah, because he was also under the mind control too.
Yeah, like it was just that's a psychological. I thought I was gonna get nervous because of my anxiety and stuff, but I was like fully like engaged with this movie. I was watching it at work, dude. I was not giving a shit today.
Yeah, for sure. No, and like I don't know, man. It was just like it's crazy. There was a few things though that I was like towards after watching the movie, going over it, like trying to process it all. Um, the thing that I found a little confusing too was the fact that it's the fact that she figured they all knew who she was. So
Right.
either this is just like an exaggeration of what, you know, in the writing, in the sense of like, do men are really that stupid that they think that if they try to pull the same trick twice on the same person that it's not gonna do, and it's gonna be different the next time around.
Right.
And it turns out it wasn't, because clearly she figured out what happened the first time,
You figured it out twice.
and now she came back again and figured it out again, probably the same way she figured out the first time. And also, the thing that's confusing to me too, I felt confusing, was the thing about her friend, is that, she did was her friend not aware that she took a trip to a fucking island the first time?
Yeah, like her friend Jess is like, and then that's when everything started like going on. The second Jess left, that's how she figured out. I'm like, oh, something's not right.
Yeah, so that's the thing about Jess, is that Jess wasn't there the first time around, obviously.
Right.
So,
Or
well,
was
I
she?
mean, it's insinuated that she wasn't there the first time. So, given the fact that but then the fact that when she went back home, she just so happened to only forget the year that
Yeah.
she spent on that island, yet didn't forget
Right.
about her whole life.
Right. The other thing that was kind of like the passages of time is not specified.
They did say it was a year.
No, no, I meant when they were on the island this time. I know
Oh yeah,
previously there was
yeah,
no.
the amount of time was not specified. I think that was the point.
Yeah.
So they could have been there for a few weeks, obviously. But the thing is like, I mean, but the fact that, trying to figure out what was going on day by day, and like,
Yeah.
seeing like Gina Davis's character, for instance, also under the mind control, realizing that she was on the mind control on purpose because she didn't want to give a shit about what they were doing to these women.
Right. So she's like, forgetfulness is a gift. Forgetting is a gift. That was like the major like theme of this whole movie, not the process your trauma. Like it was
Yeah,
just
pretty
like
much, not to process your trauma. And it's like a play on everything else too, and like what it's like in the society of a world where people are actually like this, but obviously not the whole forgetting part, but like, you know, in a sense of like people and celebrities specifically too, were like, or rich people too, were like celebrity. So, saying I'm sorry doesn't mean shit.
right.
People don't mean
That
it.
whole like, when he was screaming, "I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry," I'm like, bro, like that is crazy. He really played the psychopath like role perfectly.
Mhm.
This
So yeah,
ladies listening to this or watching this, do not go to islands. Do not. Like this is a
yes.
forewarning. Anyone offers you an island trip, fucking you better don't do it. Private island, that's a dangerous place. Epstein's island, dangerous place. Channing Tatum's island, definitely a dangerous place.
For all I know, this is probably based off like the assumption of what Epstein's island was like.
Bro, I don't even want to think about that. That's crazy. Oh man, like the whole premise of the story, and then how the maid recognized her from her nails, right? The red rabbit. I'm like, what does that even mean? And then like there was such a prominence of red everywhere. I'm like, there's signs after you watch the movie, like how things like are gonna progress. I'm like, okay,
Can
all
we
the red
talk about the
bags.
funniest thing about the entire movie to me, and I cannot let this go, is the fact that when all of the women figured out what had happened to them, that a grown ass man without a pinky decided to run away from a 100-pound girl.
I'm like, bro, like she bit off your finger once, like, and
No, I'm
then you
talking
get
about, no, no.
beaten.
Obviously
No, when
Frida bit off the.
she beats the shit out of him with the
Yeah,
chessboard, like,
eventually beats the shit out of him. But no, the fact that he ran away from her, it just makes it funnier to me, because this girl's like not even 100 pounds, and this guy like fucking ran for dear life, like as if he couldn't take her.
yeah, and then
It's like they all just
when
pussed out. They all pussed out so fast when they realized what had happened. I mean,
like
like, but
these guys can
rightfully
clearly
so.
overpower these women, and then they just got terrified.
Yeah, like it's so funny how the thing. To me, I just found it really funny that they just like, turn into complete pussies when they realized they
When shit
realized what
hits
was
the fan,
happening.
yeah. You know what? What also was a crazy thing to me, like when I was watching it, I kind of chuckled a little bit, even though it's probably not something to laugh about. I laughed when Sarah and Frida were talking and like, they're making us look fucking crazy. I just couldn't help but laugh. I'm like, oh my god, we are crazy.
Yeah, no, it's very self-aware. I feel like the whole thing about it is extremely self-aware about certain things, and I feel like there's a lot of messages in but I'm sure there's a lot of messages for women too, in the sense of like, what it's like to feel unsafe, what it's like to deal with these types of things. And, people don't say anything. People are not helping each other like they should, you know.
Like that whole scene, like at dinner, like, oh, women are pinned against each other, but
Yeah,
we really should
exactly.
be
There's
helping each other.
a lot of messages that involve like a lot of things that women probably go through day by day, and
Right.
it's pretty impactful. I'm not gonna lie. It's a lot to take in too. It's pretty intense.
So I mean, if you have problems with trauma, like this is not a movie you should be watching. At least not alone. Like you should, in a safe place, you should be watching this movie. You need to be in a safe mind space to like watch a movie like this because it is traumatic. They even list a disclaimer in the beginning.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, which is cool of them to do. I mean, can we talk about that ending though?
How long is she gonna keep it up? That is the question. How long until people get wise? Like this is a thing, and then the what was it? His business partner or whatever. Like, oh, I
Therapist,
remember you. Oh, yeah. Oh, the therapist. Yeah, he's like, oh, fuck.
who
He's like,
also
no,
raped
I'm
Frida,
screwed.
who also raped Frida too,
Yeah,
which is even crazier too. And then she got hers. She got hers.
she got hers. She made, and that's what I was saying. Like when I mentioned earlier, like give you like real Maxine vibes. Like she like found a way to make that shit work for her. As crazy as it seems,
Yeah, pretty much just basically made him forget and created a whole new persona for him in the sense of like, I'm your wife, you're my husband.
and you're a bumbling idiot.
Yeah.
Like he's stumbling around and like, and then when he, the crazy thing is like I was just watching like a review about it too. Like I was doing a little bit of research when I got done watching the movie. Is that no one's gonna pay attention to Channing Tatum smoking this thing because he's smoking it the entire fucking movie. And I like the twist ending, like where obviously they don't get out, right? But as she like played him, got him to forget everything, right? And dosed him.
Yeah, which is cool. Like it's a lot of twists, a lot of different things. I really didn't know where this movie was going with this whole thing and the fact that the way it ended and the way it took a turn and that she
Yeah.
basically turned the tables on him and basically he became a puppet for her.
Oh, I was thinking to myself, like, who is she dragging? Like, did she not fucking untie Sarah? Like, she is dragging her. Like, that is very uncomfortable.
That's what I
Just to
thought
find
too.
out,
I thought the same fucking thing.
right? Like, I'm like, who are you dragging? And then it's fucking him. I'm like, oh my god, are you crazy? Like, what are you gonna do?
Oh, bro pointed
And
this
like,
out
I
too.
really
You
thought
notice
like
that the
Sarah was
get-ups
gonna.
that they were wearing? That you notice that the get-ups that they were wearing, the white dresses and stuff like that, were specifically designed for them to get hogtied?
Yeah, like 100%. Like, this was a plan, like no other for him to like do all this stuff. I'm like, Jesus. And then I really thought like Frida was gonna be the only
Now I remember
person
what it was
left.
reminding me of too. It was reminding me of what did you say? It was the menu and Infinity
Yeah.
Pool.
Oh, okay.
Have you seen Infinity Pool?
I'm not.
You haven't seen it? I recommend you watch it on your own time. It's wild.
Mm.
It's that
Is
movie
it?
about the people that are like a husband and wife go to a vacation and they meet another family and these family are like
Oh,
they're committing crimes and then having people creating clones in themselves and they're killing the clones.
oh, okay. No, I was thinking of something else. I was thinking of seen Hear No Evil.
No, no, no. I'm talking about the Watch Infinity Pool. It's fucking wild.
Okay, okay, okay. No, I was thinking about something else because I was watching a trailer for what that Speak No, like I said, See No Evil or Speak No Evil, that thing with
Speak No Evil. Yeah, no, Speak No Evil looks
Speak
cool
No Evil.
too.
Yeah, that one also looks like a fucking suspenseful ass movie.
You should we should I want to do a review on Long Legs. Have you seen it?
Long Legs?
Hmm.
That sounds like a horror movie.
It is a horror movie.
Oh, I figured as much. Halloween's coming around.
Yeah, I think we should do Long Legs.
Okay.
think of it as like satanic Silence of the Lambs.
Oh, you know what? Another movie I really wanted to see, and I didn't. I had the chance to see it, but I just didn't do it. What's the Late Night Show with the Devil?
Oh yeah, we saw it too. That's on a
You
show that
saw that one,
you
right?
could watch it on streaming now for like $12.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that looks like a good fucking movie.
Good ass movie. Good ass movie. Liked it.
So we know
But
our October lineup so far.
yeah, so I want to review those two movies. I fucking love those two movies. They're really good.
That's gonna be a good one. No, that'll be a good one. Like I was really wanting to watch that one, but you know what? I really thought we are gonna talk about the Batman.
Yeah, I know. We could talk about it too, because then that could we could talk about Batman, how we're gonna prepare to watch. I know we weren't saying about because I really do want to watch the Penguin. I heard it's pretty good.
It the first episode was great. So I think like when the show finishes, we can do the Batman
Do like a full
because
in-depth review instead of like the episodes. Yeah.
a full episode. I don't want to do episode by episode because the last time we did that, it was real straining for us, and we had to keep up, and
Yeah, yeah,
we
no, for
got
sure,
both
no,
sides.
for sure. Yeah.
If we do something like that, we got to watch the full thing, then give our 2 cents about it. But I don't want to talk too much about the Batman because that one is gonna be that. I have a lot to say about that. That
For sure.
seems like a good one. But Blink Twice, I can't like again. The casting they had was very odd, like you were saying, but the way the performances worked was so great. Like Channing Tatum, I think was the highlight of the movie. I was just so captivated by his
Everybody
performance.
did their job. Everybody did
Yeah,
the job.
they did their job and they did it well. Like it's just like I said, Channing Tatum was. I think this is some of his best work yet, right? Because like I said, he's always been like a goofball or like not such a serious character. And now he's just fucking like he just opened up a whole new door for him. Like everyone's gonna want him to do some kind of like more serious roles from the here on out. And I think he should save him, right? Because at the end of the day, like if you don't want to get typecast as an actor, right? Like the girl from Stranger Things, like she's typecasted for that until that show ends, right? So I think like with certain actors, like you, I don't want them to be typecasted, but at the same time, like it's very nice to see them take a whole left turn of how they're normally perceived in the media.
For sure.
Because let's take another look at like comedy actors that did like do great performances. Jim Carrey does it; he does it very well. And then
Yeah,
Adam
because I
Sandler when he
love them in
did
the number
Uncut.
23, even though people don't like that movie.
I know wasn't that like another suspenseful ass thriller that everyone was like, oh, I don't want to see Jim Carrey in this.
Yeah. Number 23, I think it's a really like I think it's a good movie in a sense of like it's not your typical Jim Carrey movie whatsoever. It's not
Right.
it's a weird movie. It's suspenseful thriller type of movie, a lot of mystery type of thing too. I think it's a Jim Carrey literally looks like he's on some fucking drugs.
Oh, 100%. Like these, I don't know. Like I got to. I mean, I pretty much got everything I wanted to say off this movie. Like, but it's just, I'm just so. I just got done watching it, not even like an hour and a half ago, and I'm just like, I'm still, baffled by it. I want to watch it again already. Right? It's like one of those things you really do gotta. Like I was telling you
You gotta
off
watch
camera.
it twice.
I gotta, yeah, you gotta watch it twice. I was, thank God, like I was watching it at my own convenience. I'm not in a theater. I can pause, look at certain things, and then go back. Like the camera angles that they used, especially when she was hiding the first time, fucking great. And the director, this was his directorial debut, I think.
Zoe Kravitz.
Yeah, this was like her first like major film, and I think she took a swing and it fucking out of the park. You know what I mean? Like the cutting of it was just amazing. The camera work that they did, like and the suspense, and like I said, you really lose the track of time of what's going on. So it was such a to me, it's like
It's
I went
crazy to
for
me that this movie's pretty short, yet somehow managed to fit everything in a short amount of time that made everything make sense.
in the amount of time that they had, they told the whole story and it didn't slow down. Like the pacing's kind of weird, but I think that's on purpose, right? The way this movie is paced and the sound scores that it comes like I said, I
I
went to
think
school
the
for
reason
film.
why it's the pacing seems weird is because there is no like time addressed in the island itself of what they're doing. They're always asking, well, what day is it? Well, I don't really know. I haven't really paid attention what day it is in forever. Or
Right.
like you're watching this movie and it goes by so fucking fast. It doesn't even feel like less than 2 hours. That the pacing of it all, everything's going boom, 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 and it slows down for a second, then boom, 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 and it slows down again. I
And
think it's
it's
done
got to
like
be
that
one
on
of those movies
purpose.
you got to watch a few times because of that pacing, right? Because I'm sure on the second watch, I'm gonna catch things now. I'm like, oh shit, look, I didn't notice this the first time around. Like
Hmm.
it's like one of those movies. I think it's just gonna like become like a cult classic, right? Because I don't think too many people actually want to go see this movie.
No, it's pretty
And
watched. It was pretty
was it?
watched.
Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. Like it just to me, like it just feels like one of those movies. Like it's just I want to see what she does next, right? For her director like status. Like it's just it's like Key and Peele. Like when you said Get Out, right? like that launched him as a totally different kind of person. Like now, a movie like this would really make someone's career.
Yeah, for sure. No, I agree. It's a good movie. It's a good starting point for her to get to start doing more projects and stuff like that, I'm sure. And she
Yeah,
did a good job. I think, there's I mean, is it like a hit? Like in terms of like this is the greatest movie ever? No, I would say that
no,
this is a good start. But
it's not like
there's some questionable plot holes on a few things, obviously, but who doesn't have that in any kind of fucking story?
right.
But for the most part though, it kicked ass and I thought I had a lot of fun and it's a breath of fresh air for a type of story that the satire
I
and the
think
things
it's a
that it
breath of fresh air
addresses.
for movies in general. Like, look
Yeah,
at
no, for
everything
sure.
we've been
The
getting.
satire it
Like,
addresses, it actually addresses real world problems and within within a society of what it's like to be
mhm.
someone like in this position of being rich and the exaggerative form of like, oh, this may or may not actually happen, but here's what would happen if it did.
Yeah, like I said, like what we get in movies nowadays, it's super action packed, or like there's always some coming in. This movie was like a breath of fresh air just to what's been going out, what's been released lately. You know,
It's a weird movie, but a weird movie that doesn't follow the typical format of what a weird movie goes with, where it's like, oh, it's grounded, but it's weird.
yeah, like it's like it is grounded. It's very like very human. No, I don't want to say humanistic. Like it's
It's
very
weird.
plausible.
Yeah.
It's plausible. Like like this is a situation that could actually happen.
It's one of those things where it's just like it takes what you people assume from the audience's point of view when they hear about all these scandals and they hear about all these islands and different places that rich people are doing. This is like what somebody fucking thinks of in a fucking Reddit post.
This is a Reddit movie.
Just something straight out of fucking Reddit.
Right. Like someone made this story up
Like
and
some
just like
creepy pasta type shit.
right, like this is a movie like this is like the story of it is just like something that just goes viral. You know what I mean? Like a crazy like you said Reddit or spooky pasta, or even like if you you scroll through TikTok you hear like something outlandish like this is what
Yeah.
you would like hear.
Yeah, this is exactly what you would fucking hear, like come to life in a sense in a movie, in a in a cinema point of view.
Right, right, right. It's I mean there's a lot to like take in from this movie, right? Like it's traumatic. It's traumatic. It's dealing with real world problems, and it's just like what would someone actually do in that situation? You know what I mean? Like it doesn't seem far fetched. Like these girls would figure it out how to do it. Like the girl, like Sarah, like she's on a Survivor like show, so you of course she's gonna find a way to like make something happen. Like when she shoves the corkscrew into the guy's hand, and he's like in so much pain. Her response, "Oh, that's gonna open up nicely." I'm like, "Oh fuck."
Yeah, no, good
That was
shit. A lot of fun.
that was a trip. I think like and it's you know what it reminded me of a little bit? Like on the last 30 minutes of Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Like you want action the whole time. You're expecting some kind of action and it just fucking hits
It's
you
one of those
in
things
the
where
end.
you're waiting for shit to hit the fan and you're wondering when it's gonna happen.
And like I
Like
looked
you
at the
know
time,
what's
I'm
gonna
like,
happen. Like you know it's gonna
chill.
happen. It's just a matter of when.
Yeah, you know it exactly. And it's like, all right, I'm waiting. I paused it. I'm like, I wonder how much time is left because there's not too much like time. Like we said, like it's a short movie. So I'm like, when's the action getting in? Who's shooting who? Like, and then how Sarah outmaneuvered the Marine. I'm like, bro, you just hit him. Grab the gun. Grab the gun. Yeah, I'm just like screaming like at my phone. I'm like, grab the gun, god damn it. And then she grabs the gun. I'm like, motherfucker. Which makes you think, I'm like, did they plan that whole thing for Frida to get captured first and then like dose him? Or was that like an on the fly thing?
I think most of it was on the fly. I just don't know if they were anticipating Camilla and what I can't remember the fucking blonde girl's name to
Sarah?
react the way that they did. Because
Right? Like it's like when everyone's I love the fact like tequila shots with the snake venom. I'm like, oh damn. And it, like because they're like Sarah said, they're ticking time bombs. Like when that shit hits the fan, it's just like I was once they got that, the second I started seeing bloody noses, I'm like, oh, it's over now.
Yeah, it's
That's, you know,
beautifully
everyone
shot too.
started like
Just
waking
watching
up.
her, it was beautifully shot. Just watching her eyes from her face, just her face alone to the top of where it like started moving up to her eye. You see a tear come
Mhm.
down, and you don't even have to see her face entirely for you to know that she is fucking pissed.
Right? Like this is the unbridled rage that is before them. And you know what? It's like it's very justifiable, right? For
Oh, for
them to
sure.
act this way. Oh, 100%. You know what? It's I watch a lot of Law and Order SVU, so I'm like, I'm used to seeing like on media like survivors like just break down, but to see them like be able to confront their like aggressors, it was beautiful.
Yeah, no, it was, yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, this is like they literally confronted their attackers and shit like that.
Right. And that's again like it's just you don't see that in media. You don't see them taking
And that's
back
what went to
like their
this, the sensitive, it's very sensitive subject. So to put this on film without actually having to fully show it, because you don't really have to know what's really happening.
right.
It's
They didn't have
insinuated.
to have that scene with them being raped. They did not. But like it's the fact that they showed it and it was just like it was in good taste, I think.
Yeah, like no one was naked. It was like insinuated with clothes on. Clearly, you could see what's going on based off noises and things like that. It doesn't
Right.
take a fucking rocket scientist to know what's happening here.
Right,
So,
right, right. That's what I'm saying. Like it was done right. Like that scene alone must have been like fucking hard to film for anyone, right? So
mhm.
for the actors to do it and just not to be over dramatic and like to steal from the scene, like it was done and it was done like that. You know,
Instantly, it was
like
done
we
like
didn't
in a
have to
full
see it.
panel. It was done in like a full single shot. So something's
Yeah,
happening to this person, something's happening to this person, someone's doing this, something's doing that. One person's screaming here, one person's tied up there. It's all in one
yeah,
continuous shot.
right. So it was like I said, it's a that scene alone was like probably one of the better scenes, right? Because it was like I said, it was in good taste. Like it wasn't like you said, like you didn't have to see everything to know what was going on.
For sure.
No, I can't wait to rewatch it. I'm probably gonna watch it when I'm back home because I move back next week. So I'm gonna have everything set up in my garage so I can sit down comfortably and watch it.
Oh yeah, you're actually gonna have space for yourself that you usually don't have any
Yeah,
space for.
well, I'm paying Rochelle to $60 to clean up the garage so I can put all my stuff in there for me to actually have a room to myself.
I thought she was moving by now. Isn't she married?
She's gonna move in November because she wants Michael Liam to have the kids like for Halloween and stuff. So by November she'll be gone. I will probably still be at my mom's house.
You can take her room.
So probably. I'm not gonna stay. Like I said, I don't plan to stay there. I just realized I'm gonna hopefully if everything goes the way it's supposed to, I'm supposed to get a good chunk of money from Mazda, so I could move out sooner. And that's gonna be a
So
fun time. And I don't even have.
how were you able to get out of your lease?
I just told him I'm not staying another month. I don't like there. Like I texted her last week, so my landlord has not told me anything yet. So I told her I'm like, hey, I'm just to give you a heads up. I'm gonna be gone the first week of October. I'm gonna be the first weekend. I'm gone. So I'm like, I've already hit my monthly goal. I wanted 20 cars, but like it didn't turn out that way with a few of them. So now I'm just like, all right, cool. I have 17 out. If I get one or two more, like it just gives me a little bit of a better paycheck. But I'm I'm gone. Not gonna lie, I'm gonna miss this spot. I don't want to move from LA because I like it being here, but at the same time, like you follow the money.
Yeah, you're just going to working at a place that doesn't have anything.
Yeah, dude, I'm working out of a trailer here, and it's just like the store's kind of run backwards. Like the direction they went with now, it's just like I can't stand it anymore.
It is what it is. You gotta worry about yourself.
Yeah, I mean, I'm proud of myself that I made it out here a whole year, and I haven't given up. You know, so that's I think that's a testament to me myself. Like I still found time to like go and come back and do this because we weren't supposed to do the
You
podcast
chose to
anymore.
leave. No one made you leave.
I chose to leave. You're right, and I wasn't gonna do this podcast anymore. And you know what? It just like I forget like this is the one thing that kind of grounds me away from work. You know,
For
so after we started the podcast again, I feel like more of myself that I have been in a very long time.
sure.
And I'm very happy that you wanted to do it with me, you know, because you're one of my best friends. So it's very nice to do it. We still need to get German on here, and we're gonna make him do a stupid ass movie.
Yeah, but German doesn't like watching the stuff we like to watch.
We're gonna make him watch fucking hentai, and we're gonna talk about
Dude, I'm so down. We'll even let him pick.
it. Oh man, German's gonna hate us.
So fucking funny. Special episode. We're getting demonetized.
Oh, dude, I don't think YouTube fucking cares. Like YouTube is not caring about shit. Not with not with our podcast. We don't have enough views to get demonetized.
Getting a mature rating.
We still haven't hit the 500 like goal for me to watch the full Star Trek, so I'm kind of happy about that.
I don't know, man. I'll throw that shit on Twitter.
It's what, dude. I know the day one of our videos hits 500, I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, I know because didn't we lose a lot of our videos, so they all went back to the view. They had no, they lost the views.
We lost the views.
Remember, because we had the whole filing of what we had on the channel was like pretty high, like as far as
Yeah.
like a lot of videos. But then you said you lost a lot of the videos.
Oh yeah, yeah. I lost a lot of like some of the other videos that we did before.
Yeah, they had a pretty good amount of views on them.
Oh yeah, because we switched over from my channel to its own channel itself.
Yeah,
You know, oh, keep in mind, guys, we got a special guest coming soon. He's gonna be the. I'm really excited about this because he's the
that's
reason why
probably gonna be the one to hit 500 views.
probably will. And that, I'm really excited for that one because he's the reason why I wanted to start this podcast to begin with. We and you were watching him and we're like, bro, we should do this.
Yeah, no, for sure. So yeah, no, let me know. Are you let me know what we're gonna do, what movie we're gonna do, so we can start doing some research.
Yeah, I think that one will bring him on to the Batman because I know he likes I know he likes like those kind of movies too.
Okay.
But we'll see.
Yeah, just let me know what movie we're doing, and then we'll go from there.
All right. Well, I don't really got much else to say there, brother. Do you?
No, no, I pretty much covered everything.
Oh man. Again, if you guys are like have traumatic experiences, do not watch this movie alone. This is not a movie. If you're not in a good headspace, you're not going to enjoy it. Probably just give you a lot more trauma. But I give this movie a solid 10 out of 10. Like I recommend it highly to anyone who wants to watch it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all I got to say. Until next time, guys. Keep smoking.
Peace out, guys.